I mean, I think a lot of the ways in which people feel very vehemently against her has to be in some way tied to just the ways we normalize and structure patriarchy in our society. So the idea of a woman in power, in the most powerful position, I think is very threatening to a lot of people, men and women, and those who don't identify as either.
It seems to me there's been a lot of subtle and not so subtle sexism in the way that Hillary's been covered, and that's really unfortunate. I think the media has been, number one, building its construction of Hillary as untrustworthy and so forth in ways that distort who she is.
But the fact that she was held accountable for not being human, while simultaneously being portrayed as robotic and unapproachable and stiff and stilted, right? So it's this damned if you do, damned if you don't. She can't be real without people thinking it's fake, and she can't be fake without people thinking it's some calculated strategy to play both roles, and yet pandering to either side or fulfilling either role costs her and brings on or attracts more critique.
Me not being like an initial huge supporter of her, I do believe that she contradicts herself. It's hard to know if I could thoroughly trust her in office.
I think there's a double standard for Hillary about honesty and purity. That's still kind of old ideas about how women are different from men. And she suffers from a kind of higher standard that's attached to her than might be attached to male candidates.
She provides the model for what a woman in leadership looks like, but also gives us a view of what it takes women, what women have to endure, what women have to go through to become leaders in the United States, which a lot of people didn't realize was as hostile and as negative as it has been.
And we're actually like a little behind on like the lady president thing, because there's a lot of other countries that have lady prime ministers and presidents and stuff, so it's just, we're kind of behind for being one of the most innovative countries in the world. So I think it's time.
It's just been a very slow process to get women into political office. And the first women who ran for local office often ran on third-party tickets, or if they were running for the Republican or Democratic Party, they were usually running for seats that the party knew it couldn't win. So it kind of, women were allowed to run, in situations where they would largely not be elected. Until we have women fully integrated in all kinds of jobs in our society, we're not going to have a truly egalitarian society. So I think symbolically, Clinton's really important in that way.